Hey guys, Tarko Cycle and FPV. We are now on step 6, which is going to be doing the R9M module, which is on the back of our radio. I was supposed to do it in step 5, but then I saw that there was an error with our throttle setting. If you watch that, you remember we did the calibration in step 5. So now we're on to step 6. And we will do the fail-safe, but we're going to get into that once we set up our receivers, okay? So for right now, let's go back to our radio. I left it on. I didn't tell you guys to turn it off. So we're still on. We should be where we're at. And if not, go ahead and turn it back on real quickly. And what we need to do now is we need to understand that we have internal modules and we have external modules. Our internal RF module can handle the XJT. It handles the ACCST. That's the model of this one. If you had an access radio, you would be able to handle ACCST and access, but you couldn't do D8 because D8, which is what most of the fixed wing guys fly, and it's most of the fixed wing guys fly, I guess, there was an issue with that and some sort of exporting issue or some law that they had to get around. So the best way to do it was to remove D8. We'll get into all that later, but the point being is you have two modules. You have the internal, and then if you have the R9, that's your external in this case, okay? So R9 is for long range. The R9M 2019 and the R9M regular before 2019 are both long range. The only difference is the R9M cannot run access, right, which is the new protocol. The R9M 2019 can run both as long as they're in the right radio, all right? So in this case, we're running an ACCST radio and we're running in the R9M, but we're gonna bind it to a receiver that uses ACCST or access, which is the R9 Slim OTA. That's the explanation. That took longer than it should have, but oh well, just deal. Here we go. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to create a model, okay? And to do that, depending on how your radio is set up, you may get a wizard that helps you set it up. So I don't know really how to walk you through that because I don't use the wizard here, but you know what? Let's just do it, okay? So, and we're just going to click next through it. I don't care what else we're going to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit my menu page one time, and this is my model selections, right? So I've already set up my models here, but I'm going to assume that, and you guys, when you do this, you may have something called model 1 already set up. But let's just go to a blank one. So I'm going to go to number 5. It may be your number 2, I don't know, or number 3, whatever it is, your blank model. Just find a blank spot, okay? And hold the enter button down for 2 seconds until you see create model, then hit enter, okay? And what you're going to get is you're going to get this this kind of like model wizard setup, right? Just go ahead and we're going to do a drone, so we're going to select multi, hit enter, and here's where it starts asking you what your channels are, okay? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you press page, yeah, just press page through all of this. I don't care. Page, whatever, there. Then when you get to this point, and the reason I'm telling you to do this is because I don't care about this part right now. I care about showing you how to configure it your way manually. It says enter long, meaning hold the enter button down for long, like 2 seconds to confirm. So 1, 2, there it goes. Model 5, whoops. Model 5, or whatever model it is, you now have the model with the number of the whatever number it is in line, right? So model 5, okay? So we're going to go ahead, and again, I said I was going to do the R9M, but now it looks like I'm going to be doing this next one is going to be how to set up a model. Fine. Eventually, I'll get to the R9M. So this is going to be how to set up a model. So you have your model here, right? You have an asterisk beside it because that's the one that's selected, all right? If you don't, you would go to the model that you want, hold the enter button down, and then it would give you select model, okay? I'm already selected on the one I want. So once I'm there, I want to hit page. Now I'm in the settings. I'm going to set up a name for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this, to set up a name, go over to the model name thing and hit your enter button. And from there, you just rotate the dial until you get the letters you want. So I'm going to call this, I don't know. I'm just going to do F. Now I want it to be caps. So the first letter I need caps. So to do that, I find the letter I want, then I hold the enter button down, and it makes it a cap, right? So FR, let's do that. FR, come on, R. Hit enter, you move to the next letter. Now, if you want to make it caps, you hold it for a long press, okay? And then I'm going to do sky, so I'll do the S capitalized, hold it down, S, K, FrSky, or FrSky, sorry. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a space here, so just hit enter, and I'm gonna put LR for long range, okay? Or I'll just do R9M actually, because I think I already have something it's called. So let me find the R, long press the R, and then the number 9, and then M, and then long press it. And there you go. I still have space for one more, but I'm not going to do it. Once I'm done with my title, I'm going to hit exit. All right, FrSky R9M, perfect. Since we are going to do an R9M setup, we now need to go and tell it to, we're going to use an external module. We are using the red R9M module. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Instead of scrolling down this way, which takes too long, we're going to scroll backwards. So turn it to the left and pay attention, okay? See where you have internal RF and external RF? Internal is the internal XJT module, which we would use for D16 or D8 or any of that, okay? External is whatever we've got plugged into the back. Now you could have a Crossfire module for running TBS. You could have what is it, an orange module for running the DSMX orange, I don't know, something to that effect. What we're running is the R9M, so we're going to go ahead and turn the external module, the mode on. So we're going to click the button until it starts blinking, and we're going to turn to the right. Now we have PPM, nope. XJT, nope. DSM2, nope. Crossfire, nope. Multi, nope. R9M, yes. Hit enter. And then you have R9M FCC. That's the US version. That's what we're using, okay? So now look what you have here. You have, I'm not going to get into all the power. Ooh, I had almost a bad cough coming. I'm not getting into all the power settings right now. What I'm going to show you is just how to set this up under the 10 milliwatt standard. Okay, so we're going to leave it R9M FCC. Our channel range is channel 1 through 16 and 18 milliseconds. We are going to use the receiver number. Now keep this in mind. A good rule of thumb here is to have your receiver number match your model number. We're on model 5, so this will be receiver 5. So I'm going to turn this to 5. Click it, turn it, and there we go. Okay? S ports on, blah, 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 all of that. All right. Now, one thing that I want you to notice is now you're going to see, once I turn that on, you're going to see the light on the back of your R9M come on. Until you do that, watch what happens. If I go back to the internal or the external and I tell it to turn it off, watch. I go to off, right? See, my light's gone. Okay? So you got to make sure, sorry if you show you, that light is not red anymore. So you need to make sure that it comes on when you turn this to on. So let's go back to external, click it, turn to R9M. Okay, there we go, FCC. And again, if you look around, you can see that the red light is now on, right there. Okay, perfect. So now that we're done, again, we're going to make it our channel 5, and we're going to do all that, right? Here's the thing. Now you need to do your firmware, right? So we did our firmware for the radio. So at this point, what we're going to do now is we've got everything set the way we want. We'll go into all these other details in a more in-depth part. Right now, this is the setup. A lot of these things, the timer settings, the name, the percent, all this stuff, we can deal with that later. What I want you to do right now is once you have this set, you got your model, the receiver number is your model number, okay? And if you don't know where that is, let me show you. So if you press the menu button, remember we did it as model 5 for me. Yours may be model 2. You may have just renamed model 1 for all you know. But either way, you want that number, okay, to match that number so you don't get them mixed up, all right? Now, once you've got this set and you're good right here, again, look at the screen, R9M, FCC, 1 through 16, put your number and you've got your bind, your range, your power, your S port, so forth, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to hit exit again. Now you're at your main screen and you should see the title of your model right here. What you have to do now is you have to get the firmware for your R9M. That is what we're going to do. Let's see, we are 8 minutes into this video. We will now do that on the next video that I'm going to do right now. See, these little sections don't make you get tired of me just yet, okay? So we'll see you in just a minute, guys.